Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles the Bands. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a hilarious show for y'all. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. My handle is CTABANZ. So let's get into this topic, y'all. So, first of all, big shout out to Kenyon Martin. Okay, it seems like Kenyon Martin is, I don't know, seen some of our shows, but some of the stuff he's been saying is some of the stuff that I've been saying, which is this. I've been saying for the longest time, I find it amazing that nobody has done anything to Draymond Green since he's been kicking people in the nuts, doing roundhouse kicks, Shoryukens, choking people out when they're not looking, trying to step on people when they're on the floor, acting like he don't know what he's doing. I'm like, nobody in this NBA said, yo, enough is enough. I'm gonna smack this. Nobody said that, which is something that Kenyon Martin said in the past, but then he recently said it when he went on, I think it was on Marcellus Wiley's show, right? So what we want to do is we want to quickly play what Kenyon Martin said first. Just a quick snippet of it, so it kind of lays the groundwork for what we're going to be talking about here today. Take a listen to Kenyon Martin here.
Draymond ain't did nothing to nobody who's gonna do something to him, do something back to him.
That's what I was talking about earlier.
That's the list I'm talking about.
That's all. He ain't did nothing to nobody who's gonna do something back to him. And I said it on our show. Ain't nobody hit Draymond in his.
But
Ain't nobody hit him one up for a layup, and ain't nobody took him out the air. Ain't nobody hit him. Ain't nobody stepped on his chest. Ain't nobody did anything that he's done to nobody.
Great. So you heard what Kenyon Martin had to say, right? Then I think about 2 days ago, he went on Gil's Arena and kind of doubled down on his comments that were going viral. Fantastic. We saw that already. But as it turns out, Draymond Green decided that he wanted to respond to Kenyon Martin, right? He wanted to respond because Kenyon Martin is essentially calling Draymond Green a fake tough guy, that he picks and chooses who he wants to be tough with, and he doesn't go at guys that he knows are going to retaliate immediately. That's what Kenyon Martin said, and I agree with him. So Draymond now decided to basically clap back at Kenyon Martin, but did it in a way where it left a lot of us like, yo, dog, really? Like, this is what you have to say in response to him? But before we even get into what Draymond had to say, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. PrizePicks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least 2 for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week I'm really looking forward to some of these upcoming games. This week I'm picking Stephen Curry for more than 29 points. I'm picking Kevin Durant for more than 27 points. I'm picking Giannis Antetokounmpo for more than 12 rebounds. And I'm picking Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me and you like to play it safe, you'll love PrizePicks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, PrizePicks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. All right, cool. So what we want to do is we want to play what Draymond Green had to say here. I want you guys to listen to it in its entirety, and I want to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Draymond Green here.
Number one, because I just know when I respond to it takes on a whole nother world, and guys get more publicity than they necessarily get when I don't respond. So I've been kind of taking the path of like, I ain't going to say nothing because I don't want to give people more publicity. But more importantly than the publicity, I try to stay in a space of respect. You know what I'm saying? I try not to be moved by someone just saying a thing or two, because at the end of the day, I still have my beliefs, and my beliefs are, man, I've rooted for this guy for a very long time, so I'm not a wishy-washy guy. Just because somebody say something, I'm not just going to jump out there and be like, oh, man, like, I got to respond or forget all of that. Like, nah, I stand on what I believe in. And what I've believed in is like, no, I supported that guy. So I'm not just going to jump off the rails and attack him or be responding and getting in these back and forths because of the respect and love that I had growing up as a kid. But man, the shots just keep coming. And it's like, dang, why? And again, I just don't know how you can continue to shoot at me and you underachieve. Like, one All-Star? Make no mistake about it. You are an All-Star. I'll give you that. A lot of people can't say they're an All-Star, so I'll give you that. You're a one-time All-Star. That's beautiful. But you must admit, like, to be the player that you were and defender that you believed you were and to not have, like, a single all-defensive second team, it's kind of an underachievement. You know, number one pick in the draft. A lot of people look for that guy to win Rookie of the Year. Didn't. All rookie team, though. First team all rookie. You know, that's an accolade that I can't say I have. I ain't really played much as a rookie as the 35th pick. So I can't say I made any all rookie team. So kudos. I tip my hat to that. You know, it started off promising. But I just, like I said, man, the shots, they're just a little baffling to me. Because all the criticism, like, if I stopped playing basketball today, my career was better, way more impactful. You know, I think Kenyon Martin lost in a couple NBA finals. He got to sniff it. Didn't quite get a taste, but got a little sniff of it. Yeah, so you just your resume got to be a little better to just keep taking shots. It's not that people, like, your resume don't match up, people can't say, but these have been shots being taken. And it's just a little disappointing because, like I said, that's a guy who I cheer for relentlessly. You know, him in 2000 playing for the Cincinnati Bearcats. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to see that championship through either. My big brother, Martin Cleese, went and took that championship. You know, so yeah, man, it's just a little disappointing.
So you heard what he had to say. First of all, do you know what Draymond Green's response sounds like? His response sounds like every time he was confronted with a guy that he know, with a player that he knows would take it there with him. It's all, I'm gonna this, I'm this, and this, and this, and this. The minute somebody that is waiting for you to try it, you start deviating and going in a different direction. Nah, Draymond, he's saying you're soft. That's what he's saying. He's saying you're picking and choosing. He's saying that a lot of your stuff is calculated. A lot of it, premeditated. You're choosing who you're going to do these things to. Kenyon is saying it don't matter. It could happen at the spur of the moment, regardless of who it is. That's what Kenyon Martin is saying. That's what he's saying. I've seen videos of Draymond trying to go at cats and it didn't go the way he thought it would go, and he walked away. Go look up the video of him and Ron Artest. All of them kicks and all. He didn't do nothing. That was one video. Go look at the video of him and Marcus Smart. He was trying to do those antics in the game. Marcus Smart threw him to the floor, stood over him. Draymond stood up, and what did he do? Started clapping and walked away. No, I'm going to punch you. He didn't Jordan Poole him. Nothing. Isaiah Stewart. Shout out to Isaiah Stewart. I think he's from New York. Shout out to him. Isaiah Stewart said, come here. Like Scorpion, come here. Chest to chest. What Draymond do? Nothing. Just up there talking. All right? Just talking. Just talking. That's what Kenyon Martin is talking about. When it came time to go at the cats that you knew was going to go at, you ain't doing nothing. This is a fact. We got the videos. This is a fact. Now, let's get to the other part where he's trying to make... Kenyon Martin is a better basketball player than Draymond Green. I don't care what nobody's... He's a better... I saw Kenyon Martin play. I saw him on those New Jersey Nets. Dog, there is no point in time in Draymond's career when he was better than that Kmart. None whatsoever. None. The only difference is Kenyon Martin wasn't playing on a team with Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Kevin Durant. That's the fundamental difference. He played with a great player in J. Kidd, yes. And Richard Jefferson and those guys, yes. Yes. But they lost to Shaq and them in the finals. You would have lost too. Yeah, you would have lost too, Draymond. You would have lost too. Shaq would have been ragdolling you. Then he played with Carmelo Anthony and AI towards the end of his career, and he ran into a monster in Kobe Bryant and the Lakers. But Kenyon Martin is a better player, period. Better. You can call up all-star. You're getting these all-star selections because you're playing on a great team. What do you do when Stephen Curry and these guys are not there? Draymond Green averages a triple single for his career. Kenyon Martin doesn't. He doesn't. These are the facts. Draymond is averaging a triple single for his career. This is a fact. The best year of Draymond Green's career is when he averaged 14 points a game, 1.4 blocks, 1.45 steals, 7.5 rebounds. 7.54 assists and 9.5 rebounds. Kenyon Martin's best years, he had a few of them, but we'll just look at some of the Nets years. He averaged 16.7 points per game, 1.3 blocks, 1.5 steals, 2.5 assists, 9.5 rebounds. Those were his numbers. But beyond the stats, I saw him play. You know what else Kenyon Martin got better than you, Draymond? Better playoff numbers. Yes, let's talk about that. Better playoff numbers. He does. This is a fact. In the 2004, when he was playing with the Nets, he was averaging 19 points per game, 1.3 blocks, 1.2 steals, 1.1 assists, 11 rebounds a game on 53% shooting. The year before that, he averaged 19 in 20 games. So, what are we talking about? He's better than you in the regular season. He's better than you in the playoffs. To bring up his all-star selections, he didn't play on a Golden State Warriors team. A lot of that team success is because he played on those teams. This is a fact. And if y'all were playing in the same era, you would not go at Kenyon Martin. All of this, you would not do it. You wouldn't do it. Kenyon Martin is calling you basically a soft dude that acts tough. And in this particular response, you're not responding to anything he said. All you're talking about is, my career is this, my career. Nah, dog, it's a response to what he said. He said you picking and choosing, you running, as far as I'm concerned. And it's not hate. You can't be serious. You the same one that just called Dak Prescott ass. Was it not you calling Dak Prescott ass? A player that's way better than you at his sport, at what he does, than you are, but you called him ass. Or a bum, sorry. A bum. That's you. You call him a bum. And now you want to play the victim. Oh, man, I don't know why people are hating on me. What Dak Prescott ever said about you for you to call him a bum? Now, all of a sudden, you the victim. Come on, man, knock it off. Shout out to Kenyon Martin. Kenyon Martin, if they had more dudes like him with his personality in this NBA, there would be no Draymond Green's Shoryuken and doing tornado kicks on people. It just wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen. Shout out to him for keeping it a stat. Catch you guys on the next one. I'm out. Peace.